Hey, what's up? Hello, everyone. Welcome into Fantasy Filmball, the show where we turn movies into sports and sports into something we don't talk about here. My name is Matt.
My name is Dylan. We're back here with our December waivers for the game of Fantasy Filmball, and we are doing these a few days after some big stuff has happened inside the race. So we'll be talking about these new changes for the awards season, but the points total that you will see on the screen are from the top of the month. So obviously, this placement's already switched up a little bit, but we locked everything off so we can get everyone here together today to talk about Filmball.
So, one big update that I want to let everyone know about, a big benchmark that we really look at every year for films' awards success is the 200-point threshold. Every year, there's about 20 to 25 movies total that by the end of the year have crossed 200 points. And we have our first two movies of the season that have crossed that threshold after AFI, after NBR. Anora was the first one to cross 200 points. It's now over 300 points, actually. And Emilia Perez followed very, very close behind. So that's an early sign of two films that are going to continue doing very, very well through the season.
And then in addition to that, obviously, we had our head-to-heads that we talked about all the way back when. Obviously, we didn't have a waiver video last month to talk about those. So our final head-to-head winners for the month of October were myself, they were Matt, and then they were Austin. And then last month, we had an additional head-to-head to fill everyone in. I'll post a graphic here with the final point standing, but in a nail biter, I topped Austin. And then we had Arno beating John. And again, just 5-point difference. All these matchups actually were close because Matt took down Ryan in the third matchup as well. All of these were within 5 points. So crazy month last month. This month, we'll talk about the head-to-heads a little bit later. So hopefully we can keep, making it competitive.
So let's get into our standings at the moment, introducing everyone. Now, in sixth place, holding up the back right now, we've got Ryan, 884 points. And oh man, Ryan, you got a team of underdogs, and it's not working out for you right now. Joker, Folia, Blitz, Night Bitch. Oh man, how are you doing this month, man?
Oh man, to be completely honest, I feel completely embarrassed. I feel like I don't even consider
Oh,
myself.
love
I'm
that.
just totally embarrassed. It says right here, I think it's backwards, but I am not an Oscarologist anymore. Yeah, I just don't even know what
Oh,
I'm talking about anymore. Yeah, but my team's embarrassing. Just embarrassing. Like Joker Folie do, like I look at it and I hate that movie so much more because it's on my team, like I've never been so disappointed in like a star. It was gonna be my star pitcher, and it ends up being the most disappointing. Like I just look at it sitting on the bench, and I'm just like, you piece of
Yeah.
garbage. And even Blitz just did not pay out at all. It's just been a disaster after disaster. Night Bitch is not panning out. None of them are. Like Hard Truths is like my one little nugget of maybe a Best Actress nominee, but that's it. I mean, I got nothing.
Well, I gotta say, man, you may be flopping with Oscar love, but you got a few NBR mentions
Yeah,
on your team,
I did. I
right?
did.
Furiosa, juror number two. That's not bad. That's
When
not
I
bad.
saw
NBR
Furiosa on that
really
list, that was
counts.
pretty cool.
And the next person in line for the standings, coming in fifth place at the moment, 945 points. How are you doing this month, John?
Um,
The
I'm
films
okay.
Well, I mean, obviously outside of the performance in the game at the moment, you've got Dune Part 2, Piano Lesson, Seed of the Sacred Fig, and of course, potentially a big animated sweeper when we get to those industry awards, The Wild Robot. But at the moment, I feel like you're preoccupied dealing with the angry stands of Emilia Perez and Wicked. How's that treating you?
Yeah, I've gotten my ass handed to me for the past few weeks. It's been quite an interesting journey being online. But yeah, my team, I think it's gonna pick up. I do think it's gonna pick up. As of now, I look at it and it's like a bunch of like okay, like they're all right. Like when I saw Dune missed, what was it, NBR or something? I was like, I don't even understand how that's possible, low key. And then my fears of like the John M. Chu director, like goodbye Villeneuve, like everything is just, I don't know. I see the vision of everything crumbling, but I'm gonna hold out hope. I'm gonna hold out hope that it's gonna pick back up here soon.
Yeah, it's
Well,
Mufasa. It's gonna come back for you.
Let's go.
Barry Jenkins,
Mufasa,
sweet.
baby. I've always wanted a brother or whatever the fuck.
Is that the song that they're pushing from it? I don't know anything about. Have
I
they even screened this movie yet?
I don't think it's been screened yet. I do think the brother song is one of them that they're pushing. I forget the other one off the top, but if that's one of the songs they're pushing, I hope it's better in the context of the movie because I laugh out loud whenever I hear that shit in the trailer. It does not sound good at all.
It is reminding me so much of the hopes that I know Dylan and I had for the songs from The Little Mermaid is like a what if whatever Lin-Manuel Miranda's cooking up here could be his Oscar, and then it was the fucking Scuttlebutt.
Yeah.
It's a
Uh,
banger of a track. I don't know what you want me to say.
Dylan, you're the man. I'm right there with you. I
There
never
we go.
understood the hate. I could actually, I might be able to sing that whole song, and I won't do it for copyright reasons or embarrassment reasons, but I might be able to do the whole freaking song of that. Not even joking.
That's
Scuttlebutt is
impressive.
ass.
Thank you.
Scuttle ass. I hate that song. It sucks. Lin-Manuel Miranda, I'm tired of you, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
But I mean, John, suggestion here. Have you just tried, I don't know, liking Wicked and Amelia Perez? I feel like that would solve some problems.
Okay, since I'm not on my channel, I feel more comfortable doing this. Amelia Perez, I will never, ever, ever understand that movie. No movie has confounded me more in an Oscar year than Amelia Perez. Wicked, I kind of see, I kind of understand. I rewatched it. I liked it a little more, but it is a legit crime and assault on one of the main five senses, my eyeballs. The dancing through life, I'm like squinting watching it, and that's not even an Asian joke either. So it's just it. I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't do it. I can't do it.
All right. Well, moving on. Our number 4 slot at the moment with 1,050 points so far is Arno. Arno, your team at the moment is looking pretty damn good. And I would go so far as to say, if The Life of Chuck was releasing this year, you might have a win in the bag because you got Amelia Perez and The Brutalist both at the front of your team. Crazy 1-2 punch there. How are you feeling this month?
Um, I'm not feeling incredibly well for two reasons. And they both are trades from last time. One of which
Yeah.
we'll talk about later. The other one is, I don't think the substance is going to be that big. I don't think it's a best picture player. I don't like some people still do. Wink, wink. But you know who I'm talking about. I think it was just a bad call. I think I didn't put enough thought into it. I think you just got me there. You got me too excited about getting the Capadia film. And now that I've seen All We Imagine Is Light, it's a great film, but I'm not even like passionate about it the way you are. So it's not even like a film I'm like, yeah, but like I'm really into it, So whereas the substance I would have been. So I'm just a little bit disappointed about that. And then, Amelia Perez and the Brutalist, looking at, assuming there won't be any more crazy trades going on, like I think it'll really depend on how many wins I can get because I'm not winning off of nominations with this team. So it really depends. Can either one of those two films be like really like win a lot of prizes, not just be nominated? Because otherwise, I don't have a winner here.
For one thing, you do have is the might of Brazil on your side.
Yeah.
Because man, the Brazilian stands are coming out for I'm Still Here. There is power behind that movie. Are you feeling like there's any chance for this getting like a Fernanda Torres nomination or some love in that way going forward?
They can keep hoping, I guess. But Fernanda Torres maybe on an, but like I feel like there's like five actresses fighting for that like cool last slot. You know what I mean? Like between Kidman, Torres, Moore, both Moores, I suppose, Swinton. Like I guess those five are like fighting for that last slot. Oh, and I guess Jean-Baptiste, if you don't believe in her as much, but I think she's starting to get in. She's starting to be pretty in there. So like, I don't know. I don't. It's nice to hope that there's at least one foreign language film that can get a little bit more like a worst person in the world type of thing where it can sneak into screenplay. But we're putting those hopes on Fig. We're to a lesser extent, we're putting those hopes on All We Imagine Is Light. Getting something outside of international, I just don't buy it right now. But hey, the Oscars can surprise and do cooler things than like a boring AFI lineup, for example. They can surprise and bring back an international film. I just don't know which one it'll be, if there will be one at all.
It is true. Talking about the trade that you and I did, the substance for All We Imagine Is Light, there's a really, really tricky thing that happens with this game where you have to catch trades right at the right time. I think 1 week later, that trade would not have been able to happen just because the substance started to pick up the steam that it has now. Like you, I also don't fully believe this is getting into Best Picture or Actress or whatever, that's where the angry stands come for me and Dylan, is the substance instead of Wicked and Amelia Perez. But yeah, I'm feeling like that was a really good trade for me. Not so good for you at this point. Now, if we want to talk about trades that are not advantageous to one person, we have to talk about Austin coming in at third place at the moment, 1,094 points. And Austin is the unfortunate loser of Wicked, which was a 6th round pick that you just traded away for The Fire Inside and September 5th. How are you doing?
Man, that was like the fastest. We're so back to It's All Jover. When I saw those reactions to Wicked, it's bad out here right now. Like if September 5th isn't anything, which it's looking like it probably isn't right now, like
if it couldn't get NBR,
it's got to be like the worst trade in Filmball history right there. Like if I had that on my team, I think I would have won this year with Conclave and Wicked and Real Pain. It's looking really good, but now I think I'm just hoping for the podium is like my best chance.
Yeah, well, that is a really good point. Like A Real Pain, last time we were talking, we were all kind of unsure about where that fit in, right? We were sort of thinking like this is an outskirts, and it's really built up steam since it released in that time. But goddamn, Wicked, who would have thought? Who would have thought that
Sixth round
would? Yeah,
this is the 3rd year in a row Dylan's going to end up with a 6th round Best Picture nominee.
And let's move to number 2 at the moment. Dylan, currently 1,195 points. Second place at the moment. Won't be second place for long because holy shit, Dylan. Holy shit. At the moment, you have what I would say 4 Best Picture nominees on your team. Sing Sing, Nickel Boys, A Complete Unknown, and Wicked, which you absolute highway robbery stole from Austin. That is an incredible lineup. Not to mention, you also have Nosferatu, which is still fighting for those tech nominations. Challengers, which is coming up for likely some Globes love, some Critics' Choice love. You have one of the most stacked teams that I think I've ever seen in this game. So how are you feeling this month?
I mean, I'm feeling good because one thing I talked about during our draft is I want to draft movies I want to root for and I want to like. And it just kind of turned out a lot of those movies were movies that seemed to be doing well in award season this year. I remember back to our last video last year inside the Game of Filmball where I said, hey, Wicked, it has an avenue of Best Picture. I really want to have it on my roster. We go to our draft video. And while drafting, like, I should take this in the Nosferatu Challengers range. I just know everyone else doesn't expect much out of this movie. It's like, what if I wait till pick 36? Obviously, Austin took it before. And I was just thinking on that whole time, how can I get Wicked to my team? Didn't really know what he wanted, tested the field. And I mean, at the time, looking at the grand scheme of things, a lot of people on our Discord said Austin won that trade. He gets September 5, a film on the rise. I'm getting Wicked. No one cares about Wicked. And obviously, Monday Morning Quarterback can kind of do anything. But just most importantly, I just like my team this year. Kind of go into something Arno was saying before. While he traded for a film that maybe he's not very passionate about, Sing Sing was one of my favorites of the year. Since drafting, Nickel Boys, A Complete Unknown, are 2 films I love. Wicked as well. So my team has all movies. I've given an 8. I guess technically there's 1 7, but an 8 and above. So can't really be too upset.
Yeah, it is. It's a good lineup, and it's definitely going to make you very proud down the road. Now that said, you are probably you're Moana 2's strongest soldier at this point, which I'm still shocked by. I haven't seen it yet, but do you have any hopes for this kind of pulling through and getting an animation nomination?
Well, we do have waivers this month, so I don't think we'll be sticking around too long. But no, for Oscars, zero across the board. But I mean, it's a mistake I've made, I guess, 3 years in a row now. The same round has been the Disney Pixar slot, and every time it's been less investment than the year before. Wish last year, the year before that, or I guess 2 years before that was Ryan the Last Dragon. So wonder what film I'll make that mistake for next season.
Hey, at least you have Flow. Flow's
I
still a
do.
really good pick there.
Again,
Now,
another movie I was excited for, and it seems to be paying off.
Now, rounding out our standings, I'm currently in first place, but I will not be for much longer. I have 1,390 points. I am being entirely held up right now by Anora and The Substance. But, good things can't last forever. Anora, I still feel really good about. I think this is our picture winner, but I don't think you can win this game with just one film holding your entire team up. I do also have The Room Next Door and The Substance, both of which I think are floating around sort of the 11 to 15 range for Best Picture. Of course, one of those could slide in if the AFI list today is not as unshakable as it seems like at this point. But I'm not feeling a ton of hope in that. I mean, at this point, I am riding entirely on the Golden Globes to save my ass when it comes to The Room Next Door, when it comes to The Substance. But I don't know. I don't really love my team this year. I'm a little bit disappointed with how it turned out. And one thing I will say, though, despite the fact that here we'll probably be getting dropped today for this waiver video, I liked it so much more than I expected. I thought that was a really charming movie.
It's a new month. We have trades to propose. I know some people have been talking about trades in this long time we've had since our last video. So if anyone wants to propose any films on the block, this is your chance to do so.
Yeah, I did not private message anybody about the trades I'm hoping to get here. I just wanna do some real talk, surprise people.
Real
Maybe.
talk.
One thing that won't be surprising is Jonathan. I want to know if Fig for Gladiator 2 is still on the table.
Seed of the Sacred Fig for my beloved Gladiator 2
I'm ready.
that no one else seems to like, really.
I think Seed could sneak in director.
Oh, no.
Gladiator's winning director.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a Ridley sweep.
But think about it this way. You don't love Fig, and I know I'm gonna love Fig. So like you want film to root you want to root for, right? Otherwise you end up you end up like Matt's team where you just have like the films you don't want to have, right? So let me help you and let me give you a film you do love and you can root for.
I mean, well, it's only like a one number difference, to be fair, between Fig and Gladiator 2, but I understand your point. If we did this last month,
God damn.
I probably would have done it. But as of now, I don't really see the path for Gladiator anymore.
Matt, I want to know. I think we all have like a consensus for Best Actor at the Oscars. I want to know what's your five.
I was going for Sebastian Stan before. I'm losing a little bit of faith. I'm not feeling the discussions happening that I was hoping would be happening. So right now I'm with Jesse Eisenberg. You're looking for me to say Glenn Powell, right? Because yeah, Glenn Powell's floating around there.
Okay, but do you have Sebastian Stan for A Different Man?
Okay, Arno, we might be on the same page. I was thinking.
Are you willing to trade my man for your man?
No. Oh, hell no. Absolutely not. I'm not trading Hitman for A Different Man. I have hopes for Golden Globes for Hitman. But Arno, I will counter you
hold on.
here.
Wait. You don't think Sebastian Stan can win the Golden Globe for A Different Man?
No. He might not even get nominated.
What? It's a comedy.
Yeah, I don't buy it. Different Man, I think that's it maxed out at the Gothams. I mean, Indie Spirits didn't even go big for it. It's gonna get a nomination for Stan. That's the end that I see of it. So
Okay, well, that's unfortunate.
But I do want to pitch you. You mentioned before that you are not as passionate about All We Imagine Is Light. I would be interested in getting that back on my team. And of course, All We Imagine Is Light is not eligible for the Oscars in terms of the international category. But you know what is and might rack up a cinematography nomination as well,
I'll
possibly?
trade it for Hitman,
Girl with
though.
the Needle.
I'll trade it for Hitman.
For Hitman, All We Imagine Is Light for Hitman.
I
Ooh,
like it.
Huh.
That seems
that's
pretty fair.
interesting.
I like
That's
Hitman
interesting.
more, so
That is,
I want some films I love on my team.
you know what? Let's do it.
Boom.
Deal.
Trade number one.
Let's go. Okay.
That's a good trade.
I'm gonna put out there, Ryan. We have seen yesterday, of course, the National Board of Review changed the entire Oscar race, and we have some of the biggest contenders of the season on both of our teams, right? So, what would you think about Queer for Furiosa?
Oh, Queer for Furiosa. I'll do Queer for juror number 2.
Done. Let's do it.
Perfect. Let's go.
Oh,
That's actually, I think, better than what I offered. I'm happy with that.
Huh. That's an interesting trade. That happened
It
really
is.
fast.
What
I
can
gotta
juror
think
number
about
2 do?
I don't know, but I mean,
What can juror number 2 is not going to do anything at the Oscars, right?
probably not. I don't think so.
But
Yeah,
Queer,
probably
I
not.
mean, I think Daniel Craig can get in there.
If
No?
Warner Brothers,
Fair. I mean, I am a Daniel Craig denier, and if you are a supporter, a believer, then you should have Daniel Craig. This could bite me in the ass, but
Yeah,
I don't
give me
care.
Queer. I don't care. Well, Dylan, what do you
Yes.
want? What do you want for Apprentice?
I could be open to a little 2-for-2 swap here if you're interested. I could throw Apprentice and your pick of Piece by Piece or Moana 2 for Joker Folia Do and Blitz.
What shit was that?
I mean, personally, I had Blitz blanking at the Oscars, but I know other people are a little higher on it. But it was a way for me to get Joker without feeling too bad about it.
yeah. I made one disastrous trade last month. I got a couple more in me. Let's have a look. Matt, you and I talked about this a little bit offline, but how are you feeling about Maria for the Substance?
No, I can't do that. I'm very sorry. I feel like even though I don't believe that the substance is going to be a huge deal, I do think that there's enough of a chance that it would be a little silly of me to give it up.
Fair enough. I also have something for Jonathan. I've got I Saw the TV Glow on my team. It's been killing it on the indie circuit. It's going to cross 200 points pretty soon. Would you be willing to give up Baby Girl for it?
That's interesting.
A little A24 swap.
Baby Girl for I Saw the TV Glow.
Like, do you believe Nicole Kidman's going to get in or not, basically?
I kind of do.
I kind of do too.
That might still be a smart trade though. I like Baby Girl more as a movie.
Jonathan, I'm willing to do a piano lesson for TV Glow if you're still interested.
Yeah, that's for TV Glow. Pretty
Really?
choice
Interesting.
stuff. It's BAFTAs by Regional Critics TV Glow. I mean, I don't feel a certain way about it, so sure, why not?
All right,
Whoa,
cool.
nice.
At the buzzer. I got 2 final offers here. I'm not expecting them to go over very well, but they're worth a shot. Austin, what would be the price on No Other Land?
Ooh, good question. That's been doing a lot better than I thought on that.
That's the issue. Is
critics
other people
groups.
now believe in it too.
It doesn't have US distribution, but it's still going to be eligible, right? For
Yes. Yeah,
documentary.
Correct.
it's been released. So
Gotcha. Ooh, how many points does it have right now? 129. Oh wow. Maybe The Apprentice, but even then, I don't know if I would do that.
And Austin, would you do The Apprentice for No Other Land?
I'd probably pass for now.
What does anybody want for Joker? Like, I want that motherfucker off the team. Sorry for cussing.
I'll give you Moana.
Okay, Moana. Anybody else have offers for Joker? It could be anything.
I'll
Look
give
at your
you
team.
Monte Cristo.
Give me Thelma. Oh wait,
Thelma,
no.
Monte Cristo. Thelma's interesting. Cinematography nomination. I mean, we know Lady Gaga is gonna do a surprise
On the
win.
musical lead actor nomination. Come on, guys, get behind it. Next Monday, be surprised.
I don't
What?
know, man.
Oh,
I think we should all just be glad that John isn't being flamed by Gaga fans as well.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Ugh.
It'll be all
uh,
three of those things. Ryan, you should do Moana 2 for Joker, low key.
I will do I will do Joker and Blitz for Matt, right? Or Dylan, sorry. Joker and Blitz. Maybe I'd consider it. Let me think about it. Let me softball. This is an official offer. I just want to know what you think about it. But what
Okay.
do you think about Blitz and Joker for challengers and an animated?
Challengers is the part I'm not super high on because I think there's a world where Blitz zeroes out and goes the way of Empire of Light, while Challengers can at least
give Ryan.
screenplay its way.
Okay.
Well, if there is no more trades here, we'll move over to waivers. And obviously, our standings are a little bit different than the top of the month. We did have two skips. So, up first, who skipped last time around, will be Matt. He's on top of the leaderboard now, and he has the first waiver priority.
Yep. So for me, this drop is going to be very, very easy. I will be dropping Robert Zemeckis' masterpiece here. Masterpiece, massive overstatement there, but it's charming. It does what it needs to do. I'm dropping here. That was a bold call for a fourth pick, not a very good call for a fourth pick, and I'm getting that out of here. And I'm going to be picking up in its place Matty Diop's Golden Bear winner, Dahomey, because I feel like if Dajoka can't win something this year, maybe Dahomey can. So for me,
Ooh.
I am I'm currently predicting this to get a documentary nomination. It's been doing very, very well so far with documentary precursors, and I'm starting to feel like it might end up getting into the international lineup too. So Dahomey feels like a really good pick to grab in the beginning of December here. Ooh, head to heads. Now, I'm thinking about Golden Globe. I'm thinking about Critics' Choice. And when I think Golden Globe Critics' Choice, I am thinking Anora and I am thinking The Substance. So those are my easy two picks because I those are going to rack up points at both of those bodies.
Very fair. And this month, your head to head will actually be against the person who has the next pick, who also skipped last time around. John, are you picking a waiver this time, or are you skipping again?
I know, but like it's gonna come out. No, it looks so bad. I was trying to be a defender for it, but I just can't. Yeah, I'll get rid of Mufasa. My beloved Mufasa. I've always wanted a brother. The shit bangs. Um, let's let's see. What do I even want though?
There's a really
Um,
big documentary that has not been picked yet. Two really big documentaries that have not been picked yet. Honestly, I actually feel a little stupid for not going for one of them over Dahomey.
I don't have a documentary. I always make the mistake. I'll take soundtrack.
So then, with picking up soundtrack to a coup d'etat, what will be your two head to head films to go against Matt this month?
All right, I'll do Dune. I'll do The Wild Robot.
Now that's going to move us to the leaderboards in terms of the top of the month. So at the beginning of the month, Ryan was still at the bottom of 787 points. So Ryan, you're up. Do you have anything you want to pick up, or maybe drop?
Yeah, I'll drop a Woman of the Hour. One, I feel like if it gets nominated, it's winning. And one, I feel like it might be more likely to get nominated, but it probably won't win. So I guess I'll have to risk it for the biscuit. I'll get Will and Harper. Let's go ahead and then for that, then let's do Queer and let's do Night Bitch. Let's do Night Bitch and Queer.
I think those are really good picks.
And then next up from the top of the month would have been me. Started the month with 805 points in fifth place. And sadly, this is the time where Moana 2 has to get dropped. She served me well this last month. She was part of the reason I came back against Austin with those box office points, but don't think it's going to score many more going on. Then I will take Black Box Diaries. So with that, I have two films to choose for the month, and I was really hoping to use Nosferatu, but Nickel Boys got delayed from October to now, so might as well use it here in December, and I will pair that with a film I saw the other day. By the time this will be posted, the embargo will be up, and Complete Unknown, which I really enjoyed. Then next up is going to be Arno, who entered the month with 818 points. You picked last month. Are you picking anything up this month?
I'm not. I'm skipping this month. I frankly, I mean, like, if you guys are happy with what you've picked up, I'm happy for you. But I don't see anything left on the board really that I'm that interested in or in picking up. For a head-to-head, you chose a complete unknown and Nickel Boys, which is a great combination. I'm definitely picking Amelia Perez for the first time. Do I go safe and go for like the Brutalist, or do I try to like keep that for later? I changed my mind. I'm doing Amelia Perez and the Brutalist for my head-to-head.
Coming out with the big hitters. I think we'll have a matchup just like I guess yours and John's and mine and Austin last month. I think we'll finish within like 5 points of each other. And that's going to lead us up to our number 2 person entering the month with 878 points. Austin, are you picking anything up this month or keeping your team the same?
I am going to pick something up. I am unfortunately going to drop Thelma this month, even though I think June Squibb could still get into Golden Globe. Like, it's not guaranteed, number one, and number two, even if she does, it's not like going to be that high scoring of a film. So, sorry, Thelma. But I'm going to be picking up Kneecap, which we have the BIFF Awards coming up this weekend, and it was the highest nominated film. It could pick up a couple big wins there. I think it's Ireland's submission, right, for international. So yeah, that could end up doing well. All right, then I have 2 head-to-head films to put up. I think I'm going to put up September 5th because that's coming out this month. And surely, if anyone's going to nominate it, it's going to be like critics groups, right, guys? Anyone going to nominate it? No. But we'll take a chance on that. Putting up A Real Pain last month because I ran into the Wicked Buzzsaw, so I can only use it one more time. But it feels like Golden Globe is its best chance to rack up a bunch of points, so I'm going to put up Real Pain.
Anyways, that brings us to the end of today's video. I want to thank everyone for joining us for this month's waiver period. So thank you so much for coming out, guys. And as always, my name's Matt.
My name's Dyl. This has been Fantasy Filmball.